because you all look so cool up here. I just always wanted someone screaming my name like at a concert, but I got kicked out of guitar class the first day because I couldn't figure out how to hold a guitar. So that's why I'm telling jokes right now. But I did live the dream of having my name being screamed at me, people screaming out my name all day long, because as an adult, I became a manager. Except people scream your name when they're mad at you or want you in their office right away. So it's kind of like being a rock star, except not for all the good reasons. It's interesting because at my previous job where I was a manager, it was so weird because there was all this talk going on how everyone hated their manager, and it was so awkward because I was their manager. And I found this out because everybody liked to go out for happy hour on Friday nights. Who doesn't like a good complaining session? You get to complain about the people you hate the most, and it's going to be confidential until Monday morning when you're pulled into HR. But I went and I saw my team there, and I was like, hey guys, can I join you, thinking I'm all cool? And they just looked at me and they just said, Angela, we're complaining a lot. And I was like, I want to join in. And they said, Angela, you're the reason for this venting session. And they motioned for me to leave. So I switched jobs after that and I became an auditor, which is even better because people still hate my guts, except I don't have all the responsibilities of being a manager. I know we're coming into tax season, so when you hear the word auditor, I saw all of you immediately panic. And you're thinking in the back of my mind, is she going to find, those things I didn't claim from 2022? But I'm not working in accounting or taxes. I'm an internal business auditor, which means I make sure companies follow their policies and procedures, which sounds more uncool every time I say it. You want to know what it's like being an internal business auditor? It's like saying, I'm an actor in an Oscar-nominated film, and all your friends find out you're a random back character that's in it for 30 seconds. It's so uncool. We just entered into a new year. I know you all had a lot of great holiday parties at your jobs. Anybody have to go to a mandatory work holiday party? Nobody? Okay, I guess my job is the only lame one out there. But everybody was complaining to me when I was talking to my friends. They're like, my job sucks. I never got a holiday bonus. And I know we all think we're going to get some extra cash at the end of the year. I never have, but I reminded people from an auditor standpoint, you did. It's that $25 Starbucks gift card that's going to sit in your wallet for the rest of the year. Remember to claim it on your taxes. They will ask for it on your W-2. But at the day of work for the holiday party, which was just the gift cards being handed out, my boss is going around giving everybody their gift cards. You can tell who's liked more. Some people got Starbucks, some people got Target, the people in the back got Dunkin' Donuts. And I was the assistant to her, and I'm like, I'm gonna get a good one. And she handed me a pink slip. Oh. Yeah, I'm unemployed. It's great. I love being unemployed. I can do this full time. I don't have to get bossed around all day long. So I'm fulfilling my lifelong dream. Actually, not lifelong, since I was 24, of being a stand-up comedian. So you're going to be seeing me around more often. But being unemployed has made me reevaluate my life, how much I hate corporate, but how much I love money. And I'm like, which of the evils do I pick? And you know what's unfair is I was looking at Live Nation before I got here, the website, and SPAC is announcing all their concerts, and I want to go to all of them. So I'm like, well, I hope this comedy gig works out so I can just take the money and turn it around and spend it on real professionals. But you know what? It's not the end of the world. I'll always get another job. It just sucks when you're not working. That's all I really have to say about that. But you know what? It's been a whole new year. Everybody's talking about New Year's resolutions, and it's always stupid stuff like I want to lose weight and I want to get in shape. And my New Year's resolution is I would like to get a job that doesn't have a horribly toxic boss or an abusive work environment. And even my therapist said, why don't you work on something a little more realistic? And I said, what's not realistic about that? He's like, how about the goal be you get a job? Ouch. I've only been unemployed for 3 weeks, but thank you for your support. So I'm looking for a new therapist. And I don't endorse BetterHelp. You know, another full-time job that I indirectly got since being unemployed is everybody just assumes that I'm there for them 24/7, all hours of the night. And my new job has indirectly been the emergency contact for all my friends when their Tinder dates go wrong. Okay, you ladies up front, have either of you been the emergency contact friend? Yeah, it's great. And you know, you say like, yeah, let me know if anything goes wrong. You just assume it won't until you get the 2 a.m. text. And you're like, oh, something's going wrong. And this happened to me recently. I had a friend, I was out of town, and she's like emergency texting me at like 2 in the morning. And she's like, I need you to get me out of here, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, that's great, but I'm out of state. You should have picked somebody a little more local. And I said, what's the emergency? And she's like, he smells and he leaves his underwear on the floor. I'm like, just leave. I thought you were getting murdered. Like, if you're not going to be on a crime documentary, and I'm not going to be interviewed as one of the people who have some information, I don't want any part of it. I want some celebrity status out of this Tinder horror story. So far, most of them have been very boring, but it makes me very thankful. I am not on dating apps. I don't judge people who are on them. I just don't want to be a part of it. The only good thing that's going for me is I am in a relationship right now. I'm very happy. I did not meet him on an app. I met him on Zoom during the pandemic on a virtual comedy night. I kind of want to change that story, but that's when my parents asked me how I met him, I told them the truth, and they actually were not very shocked. They're like, you talk to weirdos online all day, so they just figured you were gonna meet somebody. And then my dad says, does he have a job? And I said yes, and I was like, okay, that's good. So yeah, it's going really well. Didn't meet him on an app. He is another comedian. It's just, you know, it's a lot of fun. So that's all I really have to say about that one there. But yeah, anyways, that's really all I have for my time tonight. You guys have all been great. I'll be back next week because I'm unemployed. But if you don't see me come back, it means I got a job. So let's hope that I can make that one New Year's resolution come true. All right, have a great night, everybody.